No, you can't take that.
I know.
Although it is tempting.
Never has it been more popular when you go into organisations and companies to see, up on the wall, principles, these are our ethical principles, our values statements and so on. The challenge is, of course, to get those turned into behaviours on the ground and in everyday operation.
You're right. I can't take it. It would be wrong.
Well, hold on.
What?
Maybe I was a bit hasty.
I've been working in this field for 35 years or so. I don't know any other technique that enables people to engage with what this really means better than using drama and the STEPS drama approach.
No, I'll have to give it back.
Morning.
Oh, hi, Joe.
What do you have to give back? Oh, from Sagar?
Cut, spot on, thank you.
We're doing a 2-day shoot to film some ethical dilemmas that we're going to be using in a developmental workshop for the compliance managers at OUP.
They'll be coming together to think about what effective learning means and what sorts of methods they can use to help people learn. And part of that workshop will be using live drama, but because we have a global population and we work in different languages, we want something that's more mobile that we can share with people around the world.
And when's it coming out?
Well, it's releasing in June, but I shouldn't be telling you that.
Cut there, great stuff, thank you.
We wanted to strip away anything that might make people think that it's only based, for example, in Oxford. We wanted that global feel in all the scenarios that we did. So we purposefully chose to film it in a studio and chose to have all the different scenarios set in locations that it wasn't very clear where they might be set so that everyone can take the same learning from the scenarios.
Well, so I'm glad we've managed to hook up.
I still can't believe you have moved out here.
We had a research phase of about a couple of weeks where we spoke to people from all the offices kind of globally, compliance managers, but also people who work with compliance managers, so sales representatives, for example. And that was just a great way to hear all the different voices about what are some of the challenges that they have with ethical dilemmas and with compliance, and working with the client at every stage to make sure that what we were hearing back from the research was reflective of what they wanted to achieve. So it's been fantastic working so closely with the client in creating these scenarios.
STEPS have been really, really responsive and very supportive in putting together ideas. It's been great fun as well, working with the team. And I've thoroughly enjoyed being here as part of the video shoot today. But I've also heard really great things about the research conversations that have taken place to date.
Is there a problem?
Yes.
Oh no. Well, what is the problem?
I've got here and there's a big queue of about 40 trucks. I've had a word with the customs official and I'm not sure what to do.
Although most people know what the right thing to do or what the policy says, what's really valuable about creating these videos and to facilitate discussions with these videos is that you see all the different points of views and you see what the human struggle that comes with that dilemma. And so you're able to step into other people's shoes.
The driver can only get onto this afternoon's shipment if he pays $50 to the customs official.
Well, tell him to pay it.
Max, you know we can't do that. We've got a policy.
And that's useful not only for the compliance manager, but also for the people that they're trying to engage in the policy to be able to see where they're coming from as well.
For the sake of $50, let's put the policy to one side.
What you really need to do to make these ethical values live in the workplace is that you have to create the sort of organisation where it's all right for people to talk about things.
I can't take that.
Look, Alex, some advice.
And what the drama-based approach that STEPS uses, what enables us to do is to create situations which people immediately recognise as their world. And immediately, as soon as you do that, they are engaged, they are drawn into it, they can't but respond to it.
You're not revealing your deepest, darkest secrets. I mean, after all this information is going to be in the public domain a few weeks later.
And you start to give people a language, a set of questions that can be asked in a non-confrontational way that enables people to say to colleagues, to bosses, to juniors, whoever it is, can we just explore? How do we feel about that? What sorts of issues does that raise? It's not all about having to pick up a phone in some darkened room and saying, I want to report an ethical breach. It has to be a conversation that happens every day in the organisation.